Welcome. My name is Tara J Clarke, and I'm a holistic counsellor, spiritual guide, and hypnotherapist. I've supported thousands of clients on their journey to healing from their past by delving into past lives, inner child, past traumas, and we do this by going into the past, such as ancestral suffering, ancestral karma, soul contracts, limiting beliefs, negative patterns such as negative thinking patterns. All of these are our shadows. Shadows are those hidden parts of ourselves that we're unaware of. We've chosen to ignore them. And it's from programming from a very young age. We get told not to do something, so we suppress it and we ignore it. We ignore those parts of ourselves. Renowned psychologist Carl Jung first referred the term the shadow as the unconscious part of the personality that contains all of the traits, impulses and instincts that we deem incompatible with our subconscious self-image. So by bringing these suppressed parts to our conscious awareness, acknowledging them and integrating them into the light, we can achieve greater authenticity. We can be our true selves. We have emotional freedom, and it will enhance our creativity as well. So our shadows relate to our ancestors. The ancestral DNA is what our shadows are derived from. Your DNA originates from your ancestors. Your DNA is made up of every life you've lived, every life your ancestors have lived, every trauma you've been through, every trauma your ancestors have been through. Your DNA holds your past, suffering, hurt, pain, trauma, karma, patterns of the past is within your DNA. And it's so important that you listen to those triggers that come up as you go about your day. Your purpose is to not only heal yourself from your past, but also to heal your ancestors from their past. And the greater the hardships that are endured by you and your ancestors, the more you're learning, the more you've learnt, and the more wisdom you acquire as well. It sounds absurd, but we willingly embrace this darkness. Understanding your darkness, understanding your ancestral lineage, understanding your ancestral lineage requires delving deep into your shadow parts. And those shadow parts can feel like pain, suffering, hurt, trauma, grief, loneliness, abandonment, rejection, jealousy, failure, victimhood, guilt, fears, unsafe, depression, anxiety, and much more. If you have a health issue, or if you need to lose weight, or if you have a fear or an addiction such as smoking, drugs or alcohol, and you need to quit a bad habit, a craving, a pattern that keeps showing up in your life, you need to heal and integrate your shadow. This is important. So your soul has chosen everything you've been through to learn from. Every experience are lessons and part of your purpose. And we can find a way to look at the past as an opportunity to learn from. And the key is to embrace the darkness within, uncovering the hidden lesson, discover a method to bring it into the open, allowing you to resonate at a higher frequency of love. Once you let it go, you rise above and you float up to resonance of love, light, abundance, and truth. So before you come in for this powerful shadow clearing workshop, think about what's triggering you lately. This is the shadow that's calling out to acknowledge it. It's the universe holding a mirror up to you, crying out for you to acknowledge it, understand it, accept it, and make new positive change moving forward, so that you can stop sitting on the wheel of karma of the old. When we ignore our shadow, we ignore our triggers, and we continue to attract the same old stuff into our life, the same old karma. So I'll give you an example. Most of our shadows are triggered in our childhood. This is the shadow of the wounded self, or the shadow of the inner child. As we develop as children, we learn to suppress what's not accepted throughout life. As the programming from our parents, grandparents, peers, teachers takes hold, we learn to suppress what doesn't fit into how we're expected to behave. So our fears around abandonment, rejection, failures force us to hide who we really are. So as a coping mechanism, we push those shadow parts of ourselves into the unconscious part of the psyche without even realizing. So you may have separation anxiety as a child, and to cope with that situation, you chose to suppress it. And fear of rejection, fear of abandonment came up. So today you struggle with public speaking, and having conversations with new people may be a bit of a struggle, because you haven't yet integrated how you truly feel around being with new people in new situations, and the sense of trust you may not have towards others. So coming to a session like this can help you uncover that, what you need to do to move forward to integrate your shadow. And so in my shadow and ancestral healing workshop, I guide you to your shadow. I guide you to your shadow spirit guide. This is a powerful opportunity to understand why you hold your shadow, the trigger part of yourself that's coming up in the here and now. So I want you to just do this little exercise now. Close your eyes. Enter your body. Go inside your body. Which part of your body is in need of help? Scan the body. And you just go with that part of the body that shows up first. When it comes to the lower body, specifically the root chakra at the base of your spine, there's an aspect of your relationships that requires your attention. Is it in the lower body? There's a feeling of being unsafe, possibly unprotected from those around you. Scan your feet. If it's in your feet where you're having issues, you're not moving in the direction you're meant to be moving. Go into that area of the feet. Sit with it to see if you can learn more. See if you can get any messages. The presence of trauma in the sacral area at the lower belly of your sexual organs could be due to past abuse or failure. Discomfort in the solar plexus above the belly can indicate power struggles, struggling to step into your power, or fear of losing control. If it's in the heart, if you feel it in the heart or back, it could be related to self-love, feeling unsupported, not loving or nurturing yourself enough, accepting yourself. Or maybe you've been hurt really badly, treated like a doormat, betrayed, or there may be a situation that you need to forgive. You may need to forgive someone. If it's thyroid, if it's in the throat or thyroid, or chest, neck, shoulder, upper back pain, it could be related to suppressing your truth. What prevents you from embracing your confidence, and speaking your truth in your life. If it's in your head, or if you have headaches, it could be doubt. This is in your upper chakra, your highest chakra, your crown chakra, or your third eye chakra. There's an imbalance there which causes you to feel like you're too much in the left brain, perhaps, too judgmental, too doubtful, disconnected from your spirit. If it's in your hands, if your hands feel out of balance, if that's the area where you're feeling drawn to in the hands, where in your life are you at an imbalance of giving and receiving? If your hands are itching or just feeling an imbalance of giving and receiving, it may also mean that you're not doing what you're meant to be doing with your hands. So where in your life are you not doing what you're meant to be doing? So open your eyes again, and that little exercise was just to show you how you can just scan the body and just look for a part that's out of balance, that doesn't feel quite right. That's where your shadow is. That's where your trigger is. So the first step is understanding the shadow. Before you come into one of my very insightful shadow and ancestral healing group workshops, or if you prefer to come in for a one-on-one shadow healing session, start thinking about what triggers are showing up for you in the body. What triggers are showing up for you in your life? This is your shadow. Pay attention. Where in the body is there an imbalance? What emotions are you feeling? Begin writing everything you know about your triggers before you come in. In this workshop, I'll lead you to your shadow, spirit guide, to gain knowledge and wisdom about the shadow, ancestral karma, trauma, and ancestral ties. Knowledge is power. We then journey to integrate the shadow and heal yourself. I lead you to the healing. I don't heal you. I lead you to the healing. And then finally, I lead you on a beautiful, gentle, shamanic drum journey to reclaim those soul fragments of your soul that were lost in your past. And this enables you to achieve harmony between your body, mind, and spirit. And by the end of this workshop, you will have learnt a lot, and you should have much more trust and belief in yourself, your connection to your spirit. And the more you do this kind of workshop with me to confront your fears, shadows, and your past, the more light you'll start to let back into your aura, opening yourself up to the highest frequencies of love, light, gratitude, abundance, and inner power. So you can come to a workshop every time you need to and get clarity on your current triggers that are showing up for you. Coming to every shadow healing workshop allows you an opportunity to release a layer every time. And if your issue is chronic and more serious, I recommend coming to see me on a one-on-one experience in a session instead of having the group healing session. I offer online sessions or in-person sessions at Palm Cove, North Queensland, Australia. If your issue is chronic, a group workshop setting is not really for you. I recommend coming to see me directly or seeing a similar therapist in a one-on-one setting. So come with me and learn about your shadows and how to heal from ancestral trauma, ancestral karma, ancestral ties. Let's integrate them together in this fun and empowering group workshop setting. Thank you for your time. If you've enjoyed this video, please comment, like, or share the love to a friend that may also benefit from this group workshop. And do subscribe to my channel for more insight on how you can move forward to living a long and healthy, abundant life free from the shackles of the past. Thank you for watching. From my heart to yours, namaste.